Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something that completely changed my life. I want to share with you the exact methods I used to improve my English from average to fluent in just a few months. And I promise you 100% that these methods will work for you too. But before I tell you what these methods are, I need to tell you where I came from, because that is the most important part of this story. I was not a naturally talented English student. I was completely average. Actually, I was below average, if I am being honest with you. Every single teacher I have had since I was 5 years old told me the same thing. They said I had no talent for English. They said I was not naturally good at it. And they were not being mean to me. They were just telling me the truth based on what they saw. My family background is not strong in English either. We did not speak English at home. So English was a foreign language in every way. So my starting point was probably exactly like yours. You might think you are not good at English. You might feel like you are behind compared to other students. You might think that some people are just born good at English, and you are not one of them. But please listen to me when I tell you this one thing. Your starting point does not determine your ending point. The person you are today does not determine who you will become. This is the most important belief you need to have. I am telling you this story because I want you to understand that transformation is possible for you. If I did it with average talent and average effort and with an average family background, anyone can do it. The methods I am about to share are not secret. They are not mysterious. They are not complicated. They are actually very simple. But they are so simple that most people ignore them. Most people think the answer must be complicated. Most people think they need to study harder or study longer. Most people think they need to buy expensive courses or hire expensive tutors. But that is not true. The real answer is simple, but it requires you to think differently about English. It requires you to change your mindset. Here is the first big idea that changed everything for me. Stop learning English. Instead, let English come to you. What do I mean by this? When I was younger, I treated English exactly like math or chemistry or any other school subject. It was just one of many classes in school. I either liked it or I did not like it. In my case, I did not like most of my subjects. I found them boring. I did not enjoy them. This is very important to understand. When you do not enjoy something, your brain does not want to pay attention. Your brain rejects it. Your grades stay low, not because you are stupid or not capable of learning, but because you hate the subject, you do not put in real effort. Your attitude toward the subject is not serious. And your grades just reflect that bad attitude. They reflect your lack of interest, not your ability. But here is something very important that I realized one day. English is different from other subjects. Math might disappear from your life after you graduate from school, but English will stay with you forever. In the real world, English is everywhere. If you want to watch movies, you will eventually encounter English movies. If you want to travel, you will eventually need English. If you want a good job, English is often required. If you want to understand the world, English is often necessary. English is not a school subject that disappears after you graduate. English is part of life. It is part of the real world. So why do you treat it like a boring school subject that you study because you have to? This is the key shift in thinking. This is the mindset change. Stop treating English like something you have to study because it is required. Start treating it like something that is part of your life. You cannot force yourself to like English by studying harder. You cannot force yourself to love English by doing more grammar exercises. You cannot memorize your way to fluency. But you can naturally become interested in English by making it part of your everyday life. This is not just a nice idea. This is the actual solution. And this is what I want to teach you today. The first method is very simple but very powerful. Start consuming English content that you already enjoy. I do not mean BBC News or CNN or those serious news channels. Yes, those channels are good for learning, but they are not the most effective way. They are not the most effective because you probably do not enjoy them. You probably find them boring. If you do not enjoy the content, you will not watch it regularly. If you do not watch it regularly, you will not improve. The most effective way to learn is to watch content you actually like. The same content you watch every day, but in English instead of your native language. The way to start this is very simple and very practical. Go on YouTube, go on TikTok, go on Instagram, whatever platform you use. Search for the content you like, but type your search in English. If you like cooking, search for cooking in English. If you like fashion, search for fashion in English. When you search in English, many results will appear. You start clicking on videos. You start watching. At first, it might feel difficult. You might not understand everything. You might feel confused. Some words you will not recognize. Some sentences will be hard to understand. But here is the most important thing I want you to understand. This is content you like. This is a topic you care about. This is a subject that genuinely interests you. Because you are interested, your brain will work harder to understand. Because the topic is something you love, you will want to keep watching. You will not want to stop. That initial difficulty will disappear very quickly. I would say it will disappear in just 1 or 2 days. Trust me on this. No matter how weak your English is right now, if you watch content you actually enjoy, you will learn. The difficulty is temporary. Your interest is permanent. Your brain will work hard to understand the content you love. Let me tell you exactly what to expect in the first few days. The foundation of this entire method is very simple. You probably spend 10 hours a day on social media, right? You probably scroll through YouTube and TikTok and Instagram every single day. You are going to do that anyway. You might as well do it in English. So why not make that time useful? Why not get free English lessons while you do something you already do every day? It is like getting paid to work. Except in this case, you are getting educated for free while you entertain yourself. You are not sacrificing anything. You are not studying extra. You are just changing the language of what you already watch. This is the key point that you need to understand. You do not go online searching for anything just because it is in English. That is boring. That will not work. You go online searching for content you want to watch, and you do it in English. And this is very important. You have to like the person talking to you. You have to enjoy the content you are watching. If the creator is boring or the content does not interest you, it will not work. You will get bored and stop watching. But if the creator is interesting and the topic excites you, then you will watch again and again. And that repetition is where the learning happens. That is where your brain absorbs the language. Now let me talk about the second method. Listen to music in English. Why is music such a powerful tool for learning English? There are several reasons, and I want to explain each one because this is very important. First reason, people listen to music many times. You might listen to one song 10 times in one day. You might listen to the same song 50 times in 1 week. Maybe you have a favorite song. You listen to it while you are exercising. You listen to it while you are studying. You listen to it while you are cooking. You listen to it while you are driving. The lyrics repeat, the words repeat, the sentences repeat. When you hear the same words again and again, your brain automatically stores them in memory. The words sink deeper and deeper into your mind each time you hear them. If you only heard a word one time, you might forget it quickly. But if you hear the same word 50 times, you will never forget it. This is called spaced repetition. This is the most effective way to memorize. This is why music is so powerful for vocabulary learning. The repetition is natural. You are not forcing yourself to memorize. You are just listening to music you love. Second reason, music uses more expressive and emotional language than everyday speech. Music uses better vocabulary than everyday speech. Music uses more interesting sentence structures. The people who write songs are artists. They choose words carefully. They choose words for their sound. They choose words for their meaning. They choose words for their emotion. They want the words to fit the music. They want the words to evoke emotion. So when you listen to music, you are exposed to really good English. You are listening to English that has been carefully written and selected. You are listening to English that is beautiful and emotional. And because the English is so good, you absorb it faster. You remember it longer. You want to understand it. Third reason, listening to song lyrics is harder than listening to normal speech. This might sound bad, but it is actually good. When you listen to a song, the singer might sing fast. The pronunciation might be different from normal speech because of the music. The voice quality is different. There are instruments playing at the same time, so your brain has to work harder to understand. It has to pay more attention. It has to focus. When you can understand the lyrics in a song, you have trained your listening ability at a higher level. You have made your listening skills stronger. So when you listen to normal speech in an interview or a podcast or a conversation, it will sound easier. It will sound clearer. You will understand it better. You have trained your ear at a higher difficulty level. Most of my improvement came from watching English videos online and listening to English music. The same logic applies to reading. If you like reading novels online right now, you probably read novels in your native language. You probably read on Wattpad or other reading apps. You have favorite authors or favorite genres. Maybe you like fantasy. Maybe you like romance. Maybe you like mystery. Now, what if you just read the same novels in English? You are still reading the same story. You are still enjoying the same plot. You are still connecting with the same characters. Only the language changed. Or you can read English articles, read English news, read English blog posts, read anything that interests you, but in English. There is actually an extra benefit to this method that is unique to reading. Usually the English version of novels comes out before your native language translation. So you can read faster. You can read the story sooner. You do not have to wait months or years for someone to translate it. You can start reading immediately. I love reading. I read everything. If I find something interesting, I read it. I read a lot of English content online. Books, articles, stories, everything. I read so much content that my reading skills became very strong. My vocabulary became very large. My reading speed became very fast. And all of this came from reading things I was interested in, not from studying textbooks or grammar books. Now let me tell you the best part about these methods. You do not have to write anything. You do not have to do homework. You do not have to sit at a desk and study for hours. You do not have to make vocabulary cards. You do not have to do grammar exercises. You do not have to use apps. You just sit somewhere and you consume content that you enjoy. You watch videos about topics you love. You listen to music you like. You read stories that interest you. And while you are doing these things, your brain is automatically absorbing English. You are naturally learning without trying. You are learning in the background. The main thing you are doing is enjoying yourself. The learning part is just a side effect that happens naturally. This is the power of this method. This is why this method is so powerful. Learning does not feel like studying. Learning feels like entertainment. Learning feels like fun. You are not forcing yourself to do something you hate. You are not sitting in a boring classroom. You are not doing repetitive exercises that feel meaningless. You are just living your normal life, and at the same time you are absorbing English naturally. Your brain absorbs things you are interested in much faster than things you are forced to learn. Your brain remembers things you love much longer than things you hate. So by connecting English to your passions and your interests, you are making English learning easier and more effective. You are leveraging your own brain's natural system. Now let me explain the science behind why this works. When you study something you have no interest in, you are using something called extrinsic motivation. You are doing it because someone told you to do it, because you have to, because you will be punished if you do not. Extrinsic motivation is weak. It does not last. But when you study something you love, you are using intrinsic motivation. You are doing it because you want to, because you enjoy it, because it makes you happy. Intrinsic motivation is 10 times stronger than extrinsic motivation. Your brain wants to learn when you are intrinsically motivated. Your brain will work hard. Your brain will remember better. Also, when you consume content you enjoy, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that signals importance. When dopamine is present, your brain stores information more effectively. Your brain says, "This is important. Remember this." This is why music is so effective. Music triggers dopamine. This is why watching a creator you love is effective. You love them, so your brain releases dopamine. This is why reading an interesting story is effective. You are excited about what happens next, so your brain releases dopamine. Now let me give you the exact timeline of what to expect when you start using this method. This is very important because I know many people quit before they see real results. They quit too early. They think nothing is working. But the truth is, the learning is happening. You just cannot see it yet. So let me show you what the realistic progression looks like. In the first week, you will feel confused. You will understand maybe 20 to 40% of what you watch. This might sound low, but it is actually a good start. At this stage, you will need to pause videos frequently. You will need to rewind and listen again. Maybe you will feel discouraged. You might think this method is too hard. This is completely normal. Do not worry. This feeling is temporary. Your brain is working hard right now. Your brain is learning, even though it does not feel like it. By the second week, something starts to change. You start to recognize words you have heard before. You start to get the general idea of what is being said, even if you do not understand every word. Now you understand maybe 40 to 50%. The videos feel slightly easier. You do not have to pause as much. You feel a little more confident. In the third week, you understand maybe 50 to 60%. This is real progress. You start to anticipate what people will say. You hear words you recognize more and more frequently. Words that confused you in week 1 now sound familiar. Your brain is starting to work faster. It is starting to predict what comes next. By the fourth week, you understand maybe 60 to 70%. You feel noticeably more confident. You start watching without pausing as much. You can watch a whole video without stopping. You feel like real progress is actually happening. And it is. You have been watching for a month. Your brain has heard English every day for 4 weeks. It has absorbed patterns. It has built a foundation. After 2 months of consistent watching, you understand maybe 70 to 80%. You can watch videos without pausing. You can catch the general meaning of almost everything. You still miss some details. You still do not understand every single word, but you get the main idea. You understand the story. You understand the purpose of what you are watching. By month 3, you understand maybe 80 to 90%. You can watch almost any content now. You might miss one word in 50 words, but you understand the context. You understand what is happening. You feel genuinely fluent. You can have basic conversations in English. People understand you when you speak. After 4 to 6 months, you understand 90 to 100%. You watch like a native speaker watches. You catch all the jokes. You understand all the cultural references. You pick up on subtle meanings. When you speak English, you sound natural. People do not realize it is not your native language. This is genuine fluency. This is the realistic timeline. It is not immediate. It is not overnight, but it is much, much faster than traditional studying. Traditional studying might take 3 to 5 years to reach this level. This method gets you there in 4 to 6 months. That is why I say it feels illegal. It works so fast. Now let me talk about the obstacles you will probably face. I want to be prepared for you, because I know many of you will face challenges, and I want to give you solutions so you do not quit. The first obstacle many people encounter is this. You think, I cannot find English content I like. You think there is no English content for your interests. You think all the content you like only exists in your native language. My answer is very clear. You absolutely can find English content. You just need to search the right way. Let me show you exactly what to do. Think about what you love right now. What do you spend your free time on? What makes you excited? If you love cooking, search for cooking or baking or recipes. If you love fashion, search for fashion or style or makeup tutorials. If you love sports, search for soccer or basketball or football. There is English content for literally everything. I promise you. Search for your interest. You will find it. You will find creators who share your passion and who speak English. The second obstacle is when you try this and the content feels too difficult. You watch a video and you understand almost nothing. You think this is too hard. This method does not work for me. My answer is this. You chose the wrong content level. That is all. This is not a failure. This is information. You need easier content. Start with simpler creators. Choose a creator who speaks slowly and clearly. Maybe choose content with English subtitles. YouTube automatically provides English subtitles for many videos. When you watch for the first time, use subtitles. Read the subtitles while you listen. Your goal is to understand about 70 to 80%. If you understand less than 50%, that content is too hard for you right now. Choose easier content. As you improve, gradually choose harder content. As you get better, remove the subtitles. Start the journey at the right level for you. The third obstacle happens when you start this method and, after 1 week, you feel bored. You think, I do not like this anymore. You want to stop. My answer is this. You probably chose the wrong creator. You do not actually like this specific person, and that is completely fine. Switch to someone else. Try a different creator. Your goal is to find someone you genuinely love, someone whose personality excites you, someone whose content you want to watch again and again. Do not settle for someone you just like a little bit. Find someone you really love. Spend 1 week trying different creators. When you find the right one, the one you really love, you will want to watch forever. You will not need motivation. You will just want to keep watching. The fourth obstacle is about time. You think, I have no time for this. I am too busy. I have work. I have school. I have family obligations. I cannot add more to my schedule. My answer is this. You are not actually adding time. You are changing the language of time you already spend on. You already spend time on social media. You already watch videos. You already listen to music. You are not adding new time. You are just changing the language. If you scroll TikTok for 1 hour per day, scroll TikTok in English for 1 hour per day instead. If you listen to music for 1 hour, listen to English music. That is it. You are not adding 1 single hour to your day. You are just changing what language it is in. Now that you understand the obstacles and how to handle them, let me tell you the optimal combination of all three methods I shared with you. Combining these methods is very powerful because your brain gets input from multiple sources at the same time. Monday through Friday, watch English content for 1 to 2 hours per day. This is your main method. This is where you get the most input. This is what builds your foundation. Find 1 or 2 creators you love and watch them consistently. Every single day, listen to English music for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Listen while you are exercising. Listen while you are cooking. Listen while you are commuting to school or work. Listen while you are studying. Make it part of your daily routine. Music is always available. You can listen anywhere. This is the easiest method to do consistently. On Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, read English content for 30 minutes. This can be a novel if you love reading. This can be articles if you prefer shorter content. This can be a blog, a post about topics you care about. Reading is different from watching and listening. Reading builds different skills. Reading increases your vocabulary more than watching. Reading improves your reading speed. This combination gives your brain input from multiple sources. You see words when you watch videos. You hear words when you listen to music. You read words in texts. Your brain encounters the same words in different contexts. When your brain sees the same word in different contexts, it understands the word more deeply. It remembers the word longer. This is very powerful for learning. If you do this combination for 3 months, your English will improve dramatically. Not maybe, definitely. I am 100% confident about this. I have seen it happen with hundreds of students. Now I want to be honest with you about something very important. This passive consumption of English is incredibly powerful. It is the foundation of learning. This passive method gets you very far. It builds your foundation. It gives you confidence. It teaches you a huge amount. But to reach the top, you need additional work. I spent a lot of time studying. I did practice exams. I studied with teachers. I worked on specific skills like speaking and writing. But the foundation of everything was this method. This passive consumption of English content that I enjoyed. This method created the base. And then structured learning built on top of that base. One supported the other. So let me summarize what I have told you today. Stop treating English like a school subject. Start treating it like part of your life. Watch English videos about topics you love. Listen to English music in genres you enjoy. Read English content that interests you. Do these things consistently. Do them daily. Do this for 1 month. Do this for 3 months. And your English will improve faster than you can imagine. You will start understanding more. You will start speaking better. Your confidence will grow. Your listening will improve. Your reading will improve. And the best part is, it will not feel like work. It will feel like pleasure. It will feel like you are just entertaining yourself. And that is the secret. When learning feels like fun, you learn much faster than when learning feels like work. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something valuable from this episode. If you did, please subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future videos. We release new content every week. And please comment below and tell me, what is your favorite content? What topic do you love? What will you search for in English starting today? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what music you listen to. Tell me your progress after 1 month. I read every comment and I will respond to you. And remember, learning English does not have to be hard. It just has to be consistent. It just has to be something you enjoy. Start today. Do not wait for tomorrow. Open YouTube right now. Search for your interest in English. Click on a video. Start watching. That is all you need to do. The learning will happen naturally from there. Goodbye everyone, and take care. I will see you in the next video.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional video that we thoughtfully selected for you.